After exiting the Allen Water River, we were met by big waves on Wabakimi Lake. Once we got into the Narrows, it was time for fishing. Nights 4 and 5 were spent overlooking a wonderful waterfall. It provided a lot of entertainment for us, for at the bottom we spent a lot of time catching fish. Fish were not a problem here. We had dinner, fish, more nights than we had any other dinner on our trip. This was an exceptional time of recuperating, relaxing, and building up our strength for the next section of the night. And camp is broke. Making the place at least as good as it was, if not better. I'll give you an idea what kind of a goat path portage is. Twist tie along the line. Always nice to have twist ties. Oh, let's take a minute and look at the and we'll continue along the boat path. And this is the pool in which we caught fish. All right. Good morning, Mike.
We're on day 6. We are cruising down Smooth Rock Lake. We've already come down about 13 kilometers today.
This is the view from Spaghetti Island, from where we came. We'll be going around that point. This is Spaghetti Island, supposedly where they have a spaghetti dinner once a year, annual event, on an island in the middle of Smooth Rock Lake. So we had lunch here at the campsite. You can see it's a bit blustery, plenty of chop on the water. This is the start of Fantasia Portage. And I've likened it to a walk through any of your local parks would have a walk pretty similar. I won't make you go through all 1,000 meters, but there's a kilometer-long trail. A kilometer, for your reference, every 100 meters is like a football field with one end zone. So you're walking 10 of them. Probably the reason why it's called the Fantasia Trail is the fact that of all the trails that you can take up here in Wabakimi, this is probably the nicest walk in the woods. And here we are coming to the end of the portage, where there's a really lovely campsite. Both campsites, the beginning and the end of the portage, are beautiful campsites. We're picking this one because it's got us closer to our destination for tomorrow, and it's got a little more breeze and a lovely place to have a campfire. So that's the end of the Fantasia Portage.
Doing a simple little lift over, and here we got these, and we're no longer going downstream, we're upstream, so just doing that. way to Wabakimi. And it's just a series of rapids and falls, most of which we had run, except we're going upstream now. Walleye Kitchen is after this one.
So here we are at the famed Walleye Kitchen. Called the Walleye Kitchen because you're guaranteed a meal of walleye here. Where did you... And by the way, Matthew, we did see a bear on the way up here, just like we did that year. It was a smaller black bear. Alright, fishing time.
We're on the last, I guess, lake, this upstream section before Wabakimi. It's just been absolutely beautiful in here.
So here we are on day 8. And it's another overcast morning. I'm watching the mist roll across the lake. It's a little more than mist. If you're in it, you're drenched. Thing about this trip is that I think we can count the number of hours of sunshine. It's going to take more than one hand, but 2 hands, a fourth of fingers is probably as much as we're going to get. When we were on the big lake, we had half of the lake was sunny. So we got a little bit of a sunburn. We had enough, but that was pretty much our sun. Otherwise, we just had peaks of sun here and there. We're supposed to get 70% cloud cover today, which is that would be nice if we did. At least we know we would see the sun. We're getting a little tired of the wet. It's starting to wear on us a little bit. It's not like we're cold, but being wet constantly is it's a little taxing. Today we're hoping to get down to Boulder Lake, see what it looks like. If it's a beautiful campsite, we might just stay there. Since we're going to get a late morning, we might just do that. We've got plenty of time left in our trip to enjoy the Kapka yet. And that's pretty much where our focus is at now, is the Kapka, getting on the Kapka and getting to the Seven Sisters and just kicking back and really enjoying them. Hopefully we'll get some sun that goes with it.
This is a very cool site on Wabakimi. It's on a little isthmus out to the what, basically an island. There's beach on each side of this. There's a very nice tent pad for up here, or a couple tents. Bob and I were there. And nice, we had a tarp up here. Sit under and eat. Great fire pit. Great view out to the lake. Really nice rock. We had a beaver and had a little mouse and chipmunks, tons of chickadees and other songbirds here. But of course we had rain pretty much since we got here to leaving, so we didn't get to enjoy a lot of it, but great sight. Onward to Shawanwas. How's that, Bob?
Yeah. Said it wouldn't be easy.
Yeah.
That easy.
There's the train. There's Shawanwas. We're almost there.
So what you're looking at there is the Shawanwas, what do they call it? The Shawanwas Causeway. And we crossed over the causeway. It's barely wide enough to step over the track and step back over the track on this side. We don't want to be caught surprised by a train. And the landing. And there's Lake Shawanwas. Sun's out, even a muddy, hilly portage looks pretty. And pretty portage here. 700 meters, so 7 football fields with 1 end zone each. Pretty close to 1/10 of a mile, I believe. Or 2/10 of a mile. Not quite. 2 blocks. This one got real pretty. Down at the bottom it started out very muddy. On portages like this, when you see the lake, it's pretty special at that point. And a lovely landing. This is where we lunched on day 8, Boulder Lake. A beautiful, beautiful sight. Really intense pads, nice and flat. Good windswept point from a mosquito-free evenings. We made some new friends, and they're setting up a little bit further into the woods at this point. We decided to move on and leave this one for them because it's a group of 6 guys. Beautiful day today. One of the few days that we had was beautiful. All right, well, we gotta get going. It might be a later night than we think.